The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views or ideas of the staff or management of KWSH or the 110 Broadcast Group.
I'm gonna trademark that. It's Jay. It's Jay. It's Jay. It's Jay. It's Jay. Good morning. We're having a good time up here at the KWSH studios, 1260 AM and 97.7 on FM. I'm your host, Child Chief Cados, Bo WHITEKILLER. Today is Tuesday. What is today's date? To the 18th. Man, we're almost through May. Got some graduations happening. Got a lot of things happening on the youth front, and actually got two special guests here today that will be talking about some of the things. Once you graduate, you got to get off that couch. No time to rest. Got to go get a job. So we got two good friends we were made today from the Citizen Potawatomi Nation. Share some information about the jobs that are happening, and looking forward to that. But everything is going well, right, Dennis? Yep, Dennis. I got a new moniker now. I'm called the Human Edible. So I'm gonna trademark that right here on the broadcast. So just continue to have good times anytime you see Bo WHITEKILLER, right? Yeah. All right. As we start with every radio program, we like to give a moment of silence to those that have lost or some family members. I know in the Saukwa area, we recently had a loss over the weekend of Bondo Davis. Some of you know Bondo as an old bull rider, which I do from back in the day. Bondo and that Davis family are well-known folks of the radio station and radio program, and so we just give a condolence to them and a recent tribal members that have gone on. So at this time, we offer a moment of silence for our losses, and we lift up these families at this time. Mado. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just kind of start and roll into it a little bit. I got some things we'll share here in a little bit, but go ahead and introduce yourselves, and we'll kind of get started a little bit about what's going on.
Thanks for having us, Bo. My name is ACHAIA POWIS, and I'm with the Citizen Potawatomi Nation, and I am the youth counselor.
All right.
And my name is ARIANA HURST, and I am with the Citizen Potawatomi Nation as the JOM coordinator.
And we were talking in our office earlier about some of the things that you guys do and some of the experiences that you've shared. Today, just kind of going into it, what are some of the areas that how are we partnershiping up with the Seminole Nation? Why are you here today?
So we're here today because we offer a summer youth program. And basically what that is we offer students ages 16 to 24 a work placement for up to 120 hours. We can place both inside and outside the tribe. And most generally, we try to place students where they have an interest. So we have partnerships with physical therapy offices, veterinary clinics, just wherever they have an interest, we try to match them up. Or if you guys are just looking for some summer cash, we also have a couple open positions just for general work.
That's great. That's great. And as far as the positions, we talked earlier about how many do you have in your area currently that you're looking to employ?
So right now we have about 45 students.
Okay, now this is the important fun fact, Seminole Nation, so listen up, all right, because we got some things riding on this. All right, with that being said, how many do we have currently within the Seminole Nation?
We have just one from Seminole Nation. Okay,
and so importantly, we're looking to get maybe 20 by the end of the week, at least. No, but we're looking to try to help out, and so grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, moms, dads, anybody out there that you can share this information with. We'll have all this information again. We've posted the flyer, and we posted the orientation flyer already, but we'll definitely put it up at the end of this program. And so just check it out, because all the information is there basically. Tell us a little bit about your operations. Where are you guys located at, and where is the orientation at? Where can we get this information physically?
So we're located in Shawnee, Oklahoma. We're actually, if you're familiar with Shawnee, we're right across the street from the Firely grocery store, right next to the administration building. And then our orientation will actually be at our North Reunion Hall, which is right next to the powwow grounds.
Okay. What were some of the activities? We were talking also too. You guys are pretty active in what you're doing. You guys got a model unit of how to operate within the confines of youth activities. Tell us a little bit about how COVID's affected your program this past year, because I know we didn't have any summer youth work. But how did you guys work through the pandemic?
So with that, we started doing a lot of fun sessions over Zoom. We did, like in December, we did some cooking classes. In January, we did workout classes. We partnered with our wellness center with Leslie Cooper. In February, we did storytelling. So we partnered with the Seminole Nation and a lot of other tribes as well. And then in March, we did My Heritage Month. And that was just to give like a blanket over, like we did powwow etiquette. We talked about the Eagles and why they are important. We talked about the Three Sisters and the history with that.
That's cool. The Zoom programs that which I was kind of interested about that, because that would be something I think we could definitely utilize within our areas. Tell us a little bit about that inception and how you guys started that and utilized Zoom. And how does that go? Can you kind of describe it a little bit?
So it kind of started last year during the summer when COVID was really bad. And when me and ARIANA took over the positions in December, we just try to make it very family oriented. Our Zoom sessions, we kind of started them at 4, so the kids can have time to come home, kind of get their homework done, and like regroup at 4. We also pre-recorded our sessions, so if the kids missed it, they can still go back and watch it. And
we look forward. I did ask them to, if they would send some of their Zoom recordings over to us, and maybe we can kind of, get a template for something that we could do with over here at the Seminole Nation with some of our programs. What are some fun aspects from that? What have you guys, some experiences of something that kind of stands out from those Zoom sessions?
Just kind of like what we talked about before, really just getting to know the families in a way that we probably wouldn't have otherwise without the pandemic happening. It was really interesting to see how a lot of the kids kind of grew during just the few short months that we did the Zoom classes. How like at first, like they wouldn't turn on their cameras. Everybody was like pretty shy. There wasn't a lot of interaction between everybody, but as the months went on, everybody kind of got to know everybody, and it was just really interesting to see like some of the more reserved kids like turn on their camera and be a lot more involved in the discussions and activities and share their experiences and their artwork with us. So that was just really fun.
That's cool. And I'm sure they once you get them started, they really enjoy that time.
For sure.
Being consistent at 4:00. That's good. Well, tell us a little bit about yourselves, about how you guys. I'm always interested about how the people that come involved. You shared some experiences. Tell us a little bit about your involvement. Why do you do what you do?
So personally, I just like the outreach that we get to do. I like getting to know the families and making the connections in the community with other agencies and other tribes. I think that's been really interesting and personally rewarding for me, just to kind of get to know everybody. And yeah.
That's yourself.
I've been with the tribe since 2011, and in that time, I've graduated from Seminole State College and the University of Central Oklahoma with a background with community public health. And with that, I just love having a servant's heart and just really try to help the kids grow, especially during this pandemic. It's been, I think, really mentally challenging for them. Of course, doing everything online. So yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the feedback that you guys received from your service with the kids and maybe the tribe itself?
With the parents, we get a lot of just thank you for providing their kids with stuff to do. It really, like I said, the mental aspect of this pandemic, it kind of helped them still connect with other kids, even though they did a lot of things over Zoom with their own classwork. At least this time, they get to, at 4 o'clock, get to relax and have fun with their peers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so with the Zoom classes, we actually provide all of the supplies. So if we did a cooking class, we provided all the ingredients or a store voucher to go get that stuff, as well as the utensils needed. And we always did a craft with the cooking or the cultural activity, so we provided all of that as well. And so it's kind of just been really rewarding for maybe some families who weren't able to provide a meal for that night, just kind of being a small piece of that to, put some food on the table. We also gave gift cards for the January session we did. It was the Move to the Beat fitness sessions. Mm-hmm. We actually gave them a gift card to go grab a new pair of shoes to participate with us. So, we've had a lot of positive feedback with the parents and the kids as well. We're kind of taking a short break for the month of May just because graduations, wrapping the year up and all of that. And the kids were like, we'll see you next year. They were super excited.
Yeah.
And we're actually picking back up in towards the end of June. We're partnering with ACES, the American Indian Engineering and Science, to bring them a whole new set of STEM classes and all of that. So we're super excited for that.
Yeah, you guys are busy.
Yeah.
You're going to be busy.
Always.
Days going to go by fast.
Yeah.
Well, let me kind of bring her back around. And with the process of employment this summer, say I'm a Seminole Nation tribal member and I've got a couple of kids that just finished school, teenagers, what do I need to do?
All right, so you could just contact us. We can get you the application and help you go through that process. There's a couple extra documents we'll need. We have a great admissions team. Everybody's pretty cross-trained at our office, so we're happy to answer any questions about the application and get you guys started.
Okay. What's the first step? I get the application, I fill it out, then what?
So then you'll just turn it back into us. Like I said, there are additional documents that are needed. Mm-hmm. So if there's anything missing, admissions will reach out and let you know. Once everything's turned in, then you'll get a letter letting you know you've been approved and assigned to either ACHAIA and we can get you guys started.
Now, the orientation, I know there's a separate sheet aside from the informational sheet. What's the orientation about? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Our orientation, like I said, is going to be on May the 28th from 9 to 2. We're going to cover job readiness. We're going to cover budgeting, just because some of the youth, it might be their first job, just to prepare them, have them go through interview skills. And we're also, if able, we're going to try to meet them at their job sites to get them introduced to their supervisors, just to
get their feet wet.
Yeah.
That's good. How long are they employed for? What's the?
They can be employed up to 120 hours.
20 hours, okay. And we talked about gas vouchers to the orientation. Can you share a little bit of information about that?
Yeah, so since our orientation is going to be held at our place, for those who will be traveling a considerable distance, we are offering gas vouchers. That way we can alleviate, hopefully, the hardships of that travel.
Okay. Some of the things that we discussed this morning as far as the program itself, you guys do networking within other agencies within there. Can you tell us a little bit about how that relationship is and how someone that's employed maybe this summer youth may need some assistance from the program. Can you tell us a little bit about how that networking goes?
Yeah, so if there's another agency that's needing a student worker, they could just reach out to us, and we can hopefully match them up with somebody who's interested. They can work up to 120 hours, and the wages are all on us, so it's free labor to somebody who may need it.
No, that's free labor. I'm thinking about that grass that I've got out in front of the office now. But no, what are some we talked about success stories, about some of the success stories that you guys have seen personally in just the overall operations of your program, what you do. Can you share a little bit about that and tell those stories without giving away names,
Yeah, so one that I can recall is there was a single mom, and she has 2 younger kids who were part of the program. And when the pandemic hit, everybody kind of switched to virtual learning. So they incurred additional expenses for like Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So she came to our office asking for assistance, and we were able to help her get the internet set up, and we paid for 3 months of her Wi-Fi, so that enabled the kids to get caught up and be able to do everything they needed to do virtually because of the pandemic.
Yeah, wow, that's outstanding. What's your story?
So besides our JOM and our youth program, we also have an education department, and we had a young lady graduate, and she started her career as a hairdresser. At the time, she was taking walk-ins, but she didn't have the necessary tools that she needed. So we met her at a beauty shop, and we got her all the supplies that she needed, and now she is able to provide for herself and her family and just really excel with her career.
Wow, that's stuff like that. That transcends it transcends borders, nation borders. That's just service, and you guys, what you're doing, the service piece, you got to be ecstatic about it. What you're doing, you got to love your job.
Yeah.
You got to love your job. Anything else? We're going to kind of wrap this up as far as your segment, but is there anything else that you'd like to share with what's going on and how we're doing it? How you guys are doing it?
So with the youth employment, it is 16 to 24, but we do have things going on for our 14 to 15-year-olds. We can pay for driver's ed.
Wow.
We also can pay for like a camp, so like a sports camp or a church camp. Just any camp that builds like their leadership skills, that can boost their confidence.
Wow. Okay. Driver's ed for 14? Yeah.
15 and a half.
Okay. Yes. I got you. Wow. All right. But anything you want to share, wrap up?
So kind of just circling back to the employment, for those who maybe found a job on their own, we also can help get like any type of like uniforms or necessary tools or anything like that that are required for the job, as well as gas vouchers until their first paycheck. So that's also something cool about the employment program.
Absolutely. I know Emma Wesley Harjo over there at the WIOA does a good job of making sure that we're aware of these things that you guys have, and kind of act as a liaison and partnershiping up with a lot of programs from CPN, and I'm thankful for that. And with you guys being here today, it's definitely going to be a plus. I mean, we got to get that word out, so grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles out there, just let the young ones know. So there's jobs available. Get them off that couch. Get them off them phones. There's things that can be done. And anything else? I mean, we're going to wrap it up, and I'll go to my little segment, but I just wanted to thank you guys. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Was it easy? Was it hard? Was this hard?
Not at all.
No.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Bo.
You bet. What are y'all doing the rest of the day? Uh-oh, now I'm going to get you on the spot.
Working hard,
That's
getting our
right.
youth employment jobs, and then getting them squared away.
As a matter of fact, what's a contact number for you guys? What's a number? Because we'll put it up on the splash on the video recording playback that we have. I'll give you a little time, or even an email for that.
Yep. My email is ACHAIA, ACHAIA .POWIS, POWIS @Potawatomi.org.
Can you repeat that again?
It's ACHAIA POWIS @Potawatomi.org.
Okay.
And then my email is ARIANA, ARIANA .HURST, HURST @Potawatomi.org.
Okay, one more time.
ARIANA, ARIANA .HURST, HURST @Potawatomi.org.
Okay, and you got a phone number?
Yes,
All
our
right.
office number is 405-878-3854.
One more time.
405-878-3854.
We're giving you that radio pause because there's someone on the other end just like,
Right.
But hey, I appreciate you guys really, and good luck to you, and
you.
many blessings, because you guys are a blessing for your nation and for your families and for yourselves. You know, service is the only way.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that hard. Be
Yeah.
kind.
Yep.
All right, so stand by, and we thank you guys. And let me finish up the news here. We got some information here that I want to share with you guys. For any SynDoc job listings, you need to go online and check out SynDoc, as they do have some jobs available. SynDocApplicantPro.com, or you can call SynDoc at 405-382-3562. SynDoc Jobs at 405-382-3562. All right, Seminole Nation is equal employment opportunity employer other than the Seminole Nation tribal member. Indian preference selection for these positions will be made without regard to race, sex, color, age, marital status, national origin, or any other non-merit factor. Seminole Nation has jobs on the currently. I want to say it was court bailiff is one of them. Stand by. I might have that list here. I do not have that list here. I do know they have a court bailiff, and there was a teacher assistant on the center jobs as well. But you can go to the Seminole Nation Human Resources Department tab located at the Seminole Nation website, sno-nsn.gov. That's sno-nsn.gov, and look for the careers tab, and you can find these current job listings. So jobs are available everywhere. Just gotta get off that couch. Come on, Grandma, get that boy off that couch. All right. I do know that one of the areas that was being talked about here last night, Fox 25 did a news segment, and there'll be a part 1. There'll be a part 2 tonight, Channel 25 at 9 o'clock. And it was basically the governor, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, talking about the McGirt case and how it's been a bigger issue. That his quote, I don't think it's ever been a bigger issue. There's ever been a bigger issue that's hit a state before, unquote, talking about this. I do want to encourage everyone to go and check it out. There is a rough cut edit of about 15 minutes of the governor talking. Basically, this information is being put out because of some of the discrepancies that involve his knowledge of Seminole Nation governmental approaches. So please, I encourage everyone out there to check it out. It is a rough cut live video of what was being taking place last night without any edits. Again, check it out. I'll post it up on the Seminole Nation's website here this afternoon. One of the areas that he was quoted as saying is, we saw a former chief of one of the tribes just came out and said that they're not going to pay their property taxes anymore because of McGirt. What Oklahomans need to realize is property taxes are what funds our schools, unquote, said Stitt. Quote, we have a certain tribe that is telling a private business that they have to pay sales tax. We have a utility in eastern Oklahoma. This utility isn't owned by a native, by the way. This utility is saying they don't have to pay property taxes to the county because it's on the reservation, unquote. Again, this is a one-sided approach. Seminole Nation Communications Department is responsible for all content that comes from the nation, so just keep that in mind. What does tribal sovereignty mean to you? What does tribal sovereignty mean to you? To hear one side of the story is not the whole. There's two sides to it. And I just asked that question, what does tribal sovereignty mean to you? And remember, a mask is better than a ventilator. Home is better than ICU. Prevention is better than a cure. It's not a curfew. It's I care for you. And I want to give a shout out to Chad Mound. Chad Milne, excuse me. He was named Boys Player of the Year at Ada, and he's from Allen Mustang, and I got to see him play last night, but he is the Player of the Year for that area. A Seminole Nation enrollee. Want to thank him. And regarding the security breach on Seminole Nation Gaming Enterprise, the statement that went out last week still stands. There is continued investigations going on within the information technology part of it, and they hope to restore operations soon because it's still closed. And any additional information as this investigation moves forward will be forthcoming, but as of this time, their casinos remain closed. Here you go. I do have the jobs, current listing jobs of the Seminole Nation. Court bailiff, teacher supervisor. Now, the teacher and teacher supervisors through child care, and the court bailiff is through court. And I think that's it. I don't have anything else. I want to say happy birthday to those that are having happy birthdays this week. I know there's quite a few. I didn't get a chance to put them on air, but I put them on the video playback. Dennis, you got anything? No, I think stomach's growling. I think it's time to go. So with that, my daughter's in Florida. Quit sending me pictures of Florida of your graduation vacation because Daddy is not there, and you don't need to enjoy it. No, I'm just teasing. Go do great, wonderful things. All you graduates out there. Oh yes, lastly, please, if you have graduation photos or your graduation announcements, 200 words or less, check out our social media sites, because we'd like to get those graduate photos and bios up on their next edition of the newspaper, which is currently being assembled as we speak. And get those to seminolemedia@gmail.com. seminolemedia@gmail.com. Excuse me. With that, we're going to say Hedam-chi Chahlis, be kind to one another. It's not that hard to do. Raise the nation, raise yourself, and let's go do this thing together. Unify. This is the Human Edible saying Hedam-chi Chahlis, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.